Welcome back to another installment of the Gray Area Comedy Podcast. We're here with the funniest and possibly the smartest scientific comic that you know. Guys, give it up for Darren. I knew I was going to fuck it up.
We're going to start this over because we can't have that.
Did you call me Darren?
God, Darren, because I'm so pissed. Guys, give it up for Dana Charitonchick.
No, start that from the top, you asshole.
Oh, you can't just cut it. All right.
He's like in a different position.
Cut it.
Look, we do enough editing.
Only strictly for me. Guys, welcome to another installment of the Gray Area Comedy Podcast.
Wait a second.
I'm not doing it a third time.
This dude's starting his giant diesel truck.
You're going to have to cut it. Your neighbor sucks over there.
Sorry, Dana. You're getting home at like 2 a.m.
I don't understand the loud trucks. Really don't.
I used to have a truck. I had a truck in high school. I loved having a truck, but like I wouldn't do anything to it. Like lift it, dude. I have trouble enough getting up there.
But I understand having a truck, and I understand motorcycles being loud so that you can like make sure you don't hit them. But like extra loud trucks, I don't know. I just don't get it.
Doesn't do it for you?
Yeah, no. Unless there's like a utility. Like if you have like an F-350 and you're like, oh, I need to tow giant things, it makes sense. But like otherwise, no. I think this guy like owns a car dealership or something because, dude, they like got their son a
different cars in there.
They got him a Camaro for his 18th or no, graduating high school. Damn. And then,
jeez,
I just offered to buy him beer, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is very cool.
And then he like didn't like it, so they got him a Mustang. Damn. I was like, he's got a, and they have different cars there like every couple days. He's got to own a dealership. I don't know.
The more you tell me about them, I feel like they sell drugs. Like people coming in and out every day, got crazy cars for the son. They got some drug money in there.
No, they don't sell drugs because I give off the vibe that I buy them.
I buy drugs.
They haven't, you know.
All right, should we try this again?
Sounds like they're leaving.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, guys, welcome back to another installment of the Gray Area Comedy Podcast. We got a very funny, possibly the smartest, most scientific comic that you know. The funniest, most scientific comic around. Guys, give it up for Dana Charitonchick.
Woo!
What's up?
Right.
This was our third take.
It was. I'm trying. Oh my God, that name fucks me up. People must mess it up a lot.
All the time.
I'm sure. When they're bringing you on stage.
Oh yeah.
It's gotta be rough.
I have some original posters that like for comedy shows where they just put my middle name on it because my middle name was on my social media, and they're like, I don't want to have to spell your last name. I'm like, but that's
Dude,
not what I go by.
So I know that I've gotten it wrong for years now, but it's not. But you can like, all right. If someone said Charitonchick, like, at least that's close. Like I don't get how you get the rest of it wrong. Like it's.
I think people just panic and they just are like, it's too many letters, and then they just don't even try.
Fair enough.
No, that's fair.
A lot of people are bad at reading.
Yeah. Also true. Yeah, comics are not the smartest people, not the most well-read people, but it's all right. We try.
I have a lot of people that are like, you should just get a stage name, and I'm like, I don't know. Well, then I have to make one up, and then I just.
Gary's the only black guy I know without one. Dude, black guys love stage names, and I'm kind of jealous about it because I can't like.
You could go for it.
Dude, you gotta be a real dickhead to be a white guy with a stage name.
Jim the Barber.
Yeah, I was trying to think if I know any that have none that I'm aware. Well, I know some people.
Maybe
that,
some like old guys,
nicknames.
like some like real old school like. But
I like people who go with the like name in the middle, like Mario Funny Man Vasquez. At least something like, you know what I mean? Like
that like in quotes or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like call me Funny Man.
That's pretty lame.
It's kind of lame.
I don't know.
But you're gonna see a lot of that. You're going out to the West Coast to do some shows. Mm-hmm. I feel like you're gonna see some personalities out there. What do you got going on?
Oh yeah. So I will be in San Francisco and Napa. So San Francisco, I'll be doing Cobb's Comedy Showcase on Friday night. I think it starts at 10 p.m. And then there's Napa Valley Comedy Festival that's going on. I think it's 10 days long because they're doing all improv. They have stand-up. They're doing a whole bunch of shows. So I'll be doing that in their school's theater Saturday night. And then
Okay.
I wanted to come support, but legally.
you're not allowed out of the state. Is that?
Can't go
Or you're
to schools.
just, oh, schools.
That's the problem.
Well, it's a college, so. But I guess you have to leave the
gross.
state. Yeah, too. Yeah.
Not interested. No, that's sweet.
So
That's
is it-
awesome.
Yeah, is it for the college kids? Or is it just at the college?
I think it's at the college because
Okay.
they still have to buy tickets, so it's not like
Gotcha.
like a college tour thing. And then
At least 7 students, because student loan money only gets you so far. So
Also
hopefully,
fair.
it'll
Yeah.
just be like normal adults.
yeah, maybe some of the kids got like grants and funding that are like you can go to, a couple shows.
I feel like I'd rather
Scholarship.
it be outside adults buying tickets than like college students.
For
Dude,
sure.
I've done some shows where it's like mostly college-aged kids, which I feel like I should relate to. It's just like a dude. It's so weird. Be like, dude, you're so young.
Yeah. Well, the worst thing about the college kids is they're not, well, they shouldn't be drinking, right? Like, they're not selling alcohol there. So you got a bunch of sober
No, dude, I feel like
19-year-olds.
junior year you can start drinking.
Well, it
I guess
depends too on the
it's- yeah, it
campus
depends.
because
Yeah,
some campuses are like dry campuses, so
Yeah,
they won't
lame.
have anything.
Oh, I couldn't imagine going to like a dry school.
I think every school in Pennsylvania is considered dry. I mean, like they just.
I
don't-
went to Drexel. They sold alcohol on campus.
I don't know. I went to school in Baltimore, but I partied in PA. I partied at Westchester a few times, actually, and I had a good time.
Well, that's like on the campus they don't have it, but
Okay.
like the campus is like divided by the street. So it's like the
So-
frats are like
Yeah,
a
like,
street over, and they're like
campus,
that's not.
not campus.
They're like that's not the campus.
Yeah,
because it's like
exactly.
frat row.
Westchester's really nice, and I've never felt safer at like 1:30 a.m.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm not getting raped tonight. Like,
Yeah.
no shot.
Yeah.
This
I
is
was-
not going to be like last night.
It was like, because I was considering moving there like a while back, years ago, and I was like, oh my god, like I don't know, I went to like go meet someone, drink.
Yeah.
So it's 1:30. I'm like just walking through. I was like, this is so pleasant.
Oh, like post-college you were thinking about moving?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty safe.
Where did you go to school? Did you go to school
Westchester,
there? You went to
yeah.
Westchester? Okay.
Like, I mean, when you're a student, you get like the alerts, and like there was a fair amount of like robberies, but like nothing was ever that intense. More
No,
people, I think,
yeah,
got
that's
hit
all.
by cars and like the
Yeah.
crosswalks and like anything else.
Jesus.
But like in town, outside of town, while I was a student there was a shooting. It was just like 2 people got into an argument, 1 person got shot like in the middle of the afternoon. But I think that was
That's
like,
not gonna-
but it wasn't on campus. It was
So there-
in the town.
Yeah, there's one area like outside of the
Yeah.
campus that's a little like, but campus-wise, it's like
Campus is nice.
pretty safe.
Well, yeah, there's like that
as
one
safe as you
area
can get.
that's not great, and then the next street over, like $5 million craftsman houses that like no one can afford,
Yeah.
and they're just beautiful.
So where I was, I guess it's like, it was off-campus housing, but it was like on campus, like where
Yeah.
the juniors and seniors live or whatever. And it was shitty. It was bad. Like it
Yeah.
felt like the projects.
Oh,
So I guess that was the bad part. It wasn't the rich
Oh,
section
man,
of
and you're a
Westchester.
black guy.
And I thought it was bad.
Yeah.
I felt unsafe.
And where was that at?
Westchester.
Oh, Westchester?
Yeah, I have no clue where on campus or like.
So they have
But it was
redone
That's
every
crazy.
dorm.
Oh yeah, this was also like 10, 15 years ago.
How was it when you lived in Newark?
How was
Wait.
what?
I don't know, just being in the area.
So it was nice. Well, so my area was nice. You know, I live right next to Prudential Center.
Yeah.
So it was like that's like downtown Newark. So that
Yeah,
area
it's
is
awesome.
nice. There's like a 2-block radius that's like decent. And
Yeah,
once you get outside of that,
I made a weird turn at going to a Devils game with one of my buddies.
God bless it. Yeah, because
This
it
is-
gets rough fast.
It was close to like where you live too,
Oh yeah, you could be with like 3 minutes
but it
away.
was. We're like, oh man.
Yeah.
Luckily, we met a nice homeless guy. The $5 went so far, and
Yeah.
he pointed us in the right direction. We got some really killer tacos after that, and then went and saw the Devils crush.
Hell yeah.
I remember I was in Baltimore a while ago.
Shout out to B More.
But we were walking around and we were trying to find a place to eat. And we're like, oh yeah, it's down this street. And we're walking and it's like nice restaurant. And then all of a sudden, like every store was just closed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like I'm looking down the street and there was nothing that was open. I was like,
And
I
I'm
don't
like
think we should
closed
go
for the day, like permanently
Yeah,
closed.
I was like, we
yeah.
shouldn't go down this road. My friend's like, but I think there's food place down there. I was like, we are not going down this road. I was like, nope.
I was just in Baltimore last year. I went for a
Oh, yeah.
Billy Joel Stevie Nicks concert, We went to the stadium. Concert was awesome, and then we walked all the way back. Our hotel was super nice. It was like in a really nice pocket, and like our whole walk home, like we didn't see like I don't know, like you were telling me like, oh yeah, like go over here, don't go over there or whatever, and like we didn't like it was perfectly awesome the whole way. Like, we must have just been like in a good section.
Baltimore has pockets, like every city does, but it has like a lot of pockets. Like when you're down by the Inner Harbor, and then you kind of
dude, I've watched The Wire.
and you go a little bit east, like, but there's pockets within the bad parts even that are like nice. Yeah. But you get outside of that pocket, and you'll know, you're like, oh, I need to turn around. Yep. Like, it's not good.
Did you guys like love The Wire? Like, I feel like that was
man, that was like The Wire wasn't appreciated until like way after.
I don't think it's that good.
Okay.
It's very realistic and boring.
It's not boring.
It's boring as shit. Dude, there's a lot of boring episodes.
Season 2, I might give you when they're talking about the docs and all that shit. Oh, that's the worst. That's a little boring.
And then once Omar dies, I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
he's literally the show.
It's rough.
I watched it right after The Sopranos because like, all right, these are the two shows that like everyone talks about. And I was like, all right, I've never seen either. I watched The Sopranos and then I watched The Wire. I was like, dude, get out of town. I
gotta go back. I haven't seen The Sopranos yet. And I know I need to watch that. Have you seen either of these?
I've seen The Sopranos. I haven't watched The Wire.
Okay, that's racist. I gotta go back and watch this. I gotta go back and watch The Sopranos because obviously it's great. But
in all fairness, I just watched it last year for the first time.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so I'm not that far behind.
And I only saw Star Wars for the first time like 3 years ago.
We've never seen Star Wars, and now it's out of spite, and it's kind of
you're gonna hold on to it.
Theme. Yeah.
Well, for years I never saw The Notebook, and everyone was like, "Oh, I bet you like The Notebook," and I'm like, "I've never seen it."
I've only seen that because, like, in middle school, like that's what you watch with like a girlfriend or.
Like high school, that was like the cool thing to watch.
Well, it wasn't cool. It was just like.
But it was though. It was like if you haven't seen The Notebook, I remember. So Zach Mayo was my roommate. Zach Mayo was like this.
Shout out Zach Mayo. I'm gonna hit him up after this now because I haven't heard his name in a while.
He's like a 6'1".
Oh man, he almost talked me into moving to Hawaii.
He was a grown ass man in like 9th grade, but he was a year older than everybody else.
We went to high school with. He was a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
Played football 1 year in high school, senior year, and then was like, "Oh, hey, do you want a scholarship to the University of Hawaii to play football?" And I was like, "Okay, cool." Wow. Yeah. Then he went there, became a ridiculous like tattoo surfer bro, a tattoo apprentice, and like got his head tattooed and stuff. And we went to like a very uppity boarding school, so it was kind of like a shock. But he was a good dude. He was a good dude.
He was.
I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah,
but
he was just more mature than everybody else. He taught me.
He was a giant human.
Yeah, he was a giant human.
But he liked The Notebook?
So he liked The Notebook, yeah. And he was like, you gotta watch it.
He liked fingering girls, and they liked The Notebook.
This is a true story. He taught me how to finger a girl, because I had my first, like, fingering date, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to do this tomorrow. Like, can you show me how to do this?
I penciled it in. I
have a fingering date tomorrow.
I'm not lying. We had a date, and I was gonna finger her. She was gonna suck my dick. I was like, all right, I need to know how to do this.
Wow, you guys talked about it beforehand.
Literally, that was it.
Like explicitly.
Meet me in the basement of Masters, and we're gonna do this.
What are you
tomorrow.
Gonna do to me? What am I gonna do?
I wrote it to my Trapper Keeper. We're gonna do this.
So the night before,
my Nickelback Trapper Keeper, I've got.
Dude, we went to boarding school, by the way. I don't know if you know this song.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, we went to boarding school, so we lived there. So this is my freshman year roommate, and he's ages of beyond us. He's dating a senior at the time.
I didn't know you lived with him.
Yeah, my freshman year, he was my roommate. So the night before, I'm like, dude, I'm nervous. I don't know how to do this. I gotta finger this girl tomorrow. How do I do this? And he's like, I got you, bro. I got you. You just want to go in? He's like, leave these fingers out.
Oh man, this is getting weird.
And he's like, just up and down, up and down, up and down. He's like, look at her, ask her if she's, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, thank you. And actually, it probably went terribly, but I felt like it went well, and it did wonders for my confidence. I owe him a lot. Truly.
I'm sorry for making you uncomfortable, Dana.
I know, I'm sorry, but I started telling stories.
I was like, is this what you guys normally talk about? Like, this is... I don't know what I signed up for.
Yeah, I don't...
But I was 14. I needed some help.
14, jeez.
Yeah, dude, those were scary days.
Freshman year of boarding school was kind of, as well. Scary days, for sure. But you didn't come to Petty till...
The next year. Yeah, I was a year under you.
Well, no, so it would have been 2 years. Like, for my freshman year, you didn't come my sophomore year.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Freshman year, sophomore year.
Oh, I thought you came your sophomore year.
No. Okay. No, I came as a freshman.
Gotcha. Sorry, we're deep in the weeds now, but...
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah, no, I had weird fingering dates, too. Yeah.
So like live at boarding school, come home for the summer, sort of?
Yeah. It was kind of like I don't know, pre-college
Literally,
situation. While we were there, we were only like we were only allowed to go home like, I don't know what it was, like 1 weekend a month. They like made you stay there. We had like family style dinners. We had to get up like suit and tie, sit with the professors and like other students like every, what was it, Monday and Thursday?
Yeah, Monday, Thursday, yeah.
Is it like academic or behavioral, or it was just like an option?
It's all geniuses, super rich kids, and then athletes.
Gotcha.
Yep, literally.
We were of the athletic variety.
Oh, I hadn't guessed.
Well, I was really good at that. I'm poor, so
But, it was cool. It was definitely like, if you can afford, I'd be like, I would send my kids there.
Definitely, it's a good
for
thing.
sure.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I went to a rich kid public school, so like there were a lot of really, really wealthy kids, but then there was also, variety of like normal income people. But I remember in my sister's grade, there was this girl, and I think her parents bought her like a brand new Jeep Wrangler on her 16th birthday. Yep. And a week into it, she reversed it into a light post in the school parking lot.
Jesus.
And then they just bought her a whole new one after she wrecked
Must
it.
be nice.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Where is this? Where did you grow up in? PA?
Yeah. So this is Great Valley
Gotcha.
School District.
What was your first car?
Oh my gosh, I had the best first car. So, it was my grandmother's car, and it was a 93 Honda Accord station wagon.
Okay.
It was my favorite car. It was so nice. She had named it Heidi Honda, so then I called it Heidi.
That's funny.
And like, I think a year or two after having it, some kids broke off the antenna. So I was like 17, but like even younger kids like broke off the antenna. So my dad just stuck a wire in it, and I shaped it into a heart.
Oh god.
So I had a heart-shaped antenna, and I would tell people would see my car, and they'd be like, "The heart antenna." They're like, "I've seen that around." I'm like, "That's my car."
I can't hear anything on the radio, but it's worth it.
Oh, I couldn't. No, it didn't work. I had to get one of those. I got a head unit in it. Remember when everybody would get?
Yeah.
So you could like, because it's just had a cassette player. Mm-hmm. So I'd get one of those. You'd have to take the faceplate off so nobody would steal it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What was your first car?
So I bought my own first car from like the Philly Auto Auction for $2,000, and it broke down immediately. I can't even remember what it was. It was a piece of shit.
Philly?
Yeah.
So it was an ATV.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think I bought it
Or an old cop car.
directly from Meek Mill. Yeah, it was terrible. It was like a Honda something. Damn, what was my first car?
It was a Honda Accord station wagon with a heart-shaped antenna.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I had a great first car. I loved it. It was a Ford Explorer, the two-door though, so it was sweet looking. And I had it for about a week, and then I totaled it.
Oof.
Yeah, I crashed into a telephone pole. One that had a transformer, and I found out those cost $50,000 to replace.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. Like, a lady was making like an illegal U-turn. I was like, all right, do I kill her or do I swerve? And I swerved. I crashed into the telephone pole, and it actually cut my car in half. I got lucky that I didn't get hurt from it.
Yeah, we were completely fine.
I got out. The lady gets out and starts like, she asks if I'm okay, and then she just takes off. And I told like the cops, like, yeah, we're not gonna do anything. They're like, you're gonna pay for all this, right? And I was like,
really?
You're like, it jumped out of nowhere. That's not.
Yeah. I should have just
left.
Ghosted her.
How would he leave? He would run away. His car was split in two.
The funny part was, so where I crashed to was literally right in front of like a junkyard car plate, like a place that they recycle the cars from accidents.
You're like, you guys just want to.
Yeah, I remember having to go there like the next day with my dad. I'm like, hey, can I get like my iPod shuffle out of my center console, please?
All your valuables. Yeah. Yes, just my iPod shuffle.
You know what? I just drove the family car until I bought my like real first car. But I was driving my mom's minivan.
Nice.
Yeah, for a while. And then I got like my first real job after college. And then I bought it was a 2016 Jeep Wrangler, 4-door.
Nice.
Yeah, Sahara Unlimited. It was nice. So yeah, but I mean, I was driving my parents' car before that.
I think I had that station wagon like 10 years at least.
Oh,
I had it
yeah, station wagon will take you.
That is a
Yeah,
long time.
I mean,
Holy shit!
It's
Yeah.
a generational.
She's like, I'm still driving it actually.
So that car, it was my grandmother's. It had been stolen twice. They got it back both times.
The person returned it. They're like, we don't want this.
No, they found it. Like they were just like they smashed the window even though it was unlocked. Like they just like the driver's side door, because they would pry it open to unlock it. So there was like a crack. So every time it rained, it would like get into it. But I drove that car forever, and then my mom was like, oh, I was pet sitting and like helping her out. She's like, oh, we're gonna help get you a new car. And I think I had that car, somebody hit the door on it, I had to get that replaced, and then like 2 months later, a tree fell on it. Just completely across.
So God was just telling you, yeah, this is not.
They're like, not this car, not this one.
This is not my story, but my best friend Isaiah, he actually had his car stolen in Philly. He lives in West Philly. He has a nice car. It's like a 2023 Kia Sorento or something like that.
Do they steal cars in Philly?
Listen.
No way.
So they steal the car. It's like 5 a.m. and he gets notification on his phone like, your car is here. And he's like, well, I'm home, so this is not good. He goes to the police department at like 6 a.m. He gets there. And he's like, yo, my car's stolen. Can somebody please? I have it on my phone. I see the location. Can you go find it? And the police are like, yeah, we're on it. They don't move at all. He's like, I'm gonna go find it myself. Long story short, he like chases this car down. He's like following it around the city. The car is driving. Finally, the car stops, and it's like in a big parking lot. And he sees it. He's like parked there with the car. He calls the cops. The cops finally come. This is like 10 a.m. It's taking like hours, and the cops just walk up to the car. He's just a crackhead in the car, just smoking crack, just actively smoking crack, just joyriding the car. They pull him out, arrest him. Like, you can have your car back. He's like, it smells like crack now. Is somebody gonna? He's like, it smells really bad. Is somebody gonna clean this? They're like, no, just take it. It's yours. And that was it. I'm like, nothing happens.
No.
That's insane.
I smelled crack for the first time recently.
I've never smelled that. I heard it smells terrible.
Yeah, it's gross.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a burnt plasticky kind of like you would smell it and never smelling crack. You'd be like, this smells like someone smoking crack.
Never smelled crack.
Yeah. You'd be like, I had to guess.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is actually decent.
You wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, is that blueberry?
What does it taste like?
Little secondhand crack high.
Oh, it tastes better than it smells at least. Yeah, I got my car broken into in Philly, and they stole my AirPods, but left the case, which was real frustrating.
That's a slap in the face right there.
Yeah. They took everything out of like the glove box. Like all my paperwork was there, and it was like neatly placed. They're like, all right, he's gonna need his insurance. I'm not gonna take that. He's gonna need his registration. We'll leave that there. They
just had OCD. They're like, I can't leave these papers in a mess.
I respect because I have extreme OCD.
This guy gets this person, but I respect.
They vacuumed it out too. They're like, I'm just gonna tidy this up for him.
Left it better than they found it.
They're like, you know what? We did steal from it, so let's just tidy it up.
I love that they took their time. They were there for like 20 minutes, like stealing your shit.
Yeah, and then I had my car crashed into right before I was getting ready to sell it.
Damn.
Which sucks because like I traded it in to like get the car I have now.
Yeah.
And so it like crushed the value by like 7 or 8K because someone crashed into it. They were drunk driving. They crashed into 3 or 4 cars.
Damn.
I get in my car randomly. I was still living in Philly. I get in my car and I go to take off, and some dude comes yelling at me. He's like, "You hit all these people. You're trying to take off. Like you're hit and run." I'm like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" My car like wouldn't move. I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" Like I thought I like didn't shift it correctly or whatever. Yeah. And I get out and I see like my car was pushed into someone else. I was like, oh, I just I didn't see it.
Sure.
And I was like, no, dude, look what happened here. It's like someone hit my car, and then some lady comes down. She's like, oh, I have it on my Ring doorbell camera. This dude, clearly drunk, like crashed into 5 or 6 cars, whatever. So we call the cops. They come out, and I'm like, oh, like so it's on the Ring doorbell. Are you guys gonna do anything? And he starts laughing at me. He's like, dude, this is Philly.
Damn.
See, you think we're gonna do something for your car that got crashed into? And then so I got pissed.
At him?
Yeah.
They're like, you have insurance. What are you coming to us about?
Yeah. I was so pissed. I was, dude, are you kidding me? You're gonna do nothing. I was like, I have it on video of like the car that did it. And they're like, no. It's like, all right, if you get the license plate,
That
you
sucks.
figure out who it is, you bring it to us, maybe.
Yeah, like, can you do all the police work and then
Yes.
come back to us? Yeah, seriously.
And then this guy, dude, I think I was like, dude, you are such a pussy to this guy. I was like, dude, I hate you,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And that takes a lot for me to be confrontational.
Sure.
And then literally the next day, some dude shot in the head right in front of our house on a doorbell, like on the Ring doorbell camera. He shows up. I was, you know what? I'd like to apologize to you.
Oh,
You've
wow.
got bigger things going on, like
Yeah.
you said.
Jeez.
This is Philly.
You're like, I
We had to submit a Ring
regret.
doorbell camera. Like, I kind of wanted to give him a hard time. I was like, I don't know. I'll trade you.
You should.
But it's crazy how that works. I know somebody who there was like a whole dispute and argument, and so somebody pressed false charges against them, saying that like they came to their house and like did stuff, and they're like, well, we have timestamp proof from our Ring doorbell that we were home when they said we did that, and they're like, yeah, that doesn't really count. So they had to like either agree to the charges, or like they could go to court, or like they just had to settle because they wouldn't take the Ring doorbell as enough evidence to say that they didn't do it, even though they had like,
What?
they're like, yeah, they were here at 2 p.m. and they're like, I have proof that I was home at 2 p.m.
It's
They're
like
like,
video
it's not
evidence.
enough.
How does it get better than that? That's
I don't know.
crazy. Damn. I just found out the Ring doorbell was like on Shark Tank. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
And they like turned it down. That's
Yeah.
nuts.
It was like the
That is
biggest
like
loss.
$1 billion company.
Who doesn't
you know,
have
by-
a Ring doorbell? Yeah.
Yeah. I have one.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I should not have done that then. Didn't know you had one. Fuck.
Yeah. I see what you do in the, on
You
the
walk
porch.
out the door
I'd
and
like to
flip them off.
apologize to you and Kelsey. Whatever.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
I don't charge it though often, which is the problem.
You have to charge it?
Yeah, you have to like take it out. You have to take the battery out, charge the battery, unless you have it like hardwired, which I'm gonna do eventually. But we're trying to redo the front of the house, so I'm like, I'm just gonna wait on that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So like, if you want to break into my house like in the next week,
This is a good time to bring it. Yeah.
well, got a loaded gun. That'd be.
Fair enough.
Just one. Just no. I like to say all the weapons that I have in my house.
I've got a crossbow. Oh man, dude! Imagine you break into someone's house and you get shot with a crossbow. That's embarrassing.
You know, I mean, I understand
Medieval
why,
times, you know.
but you're not allowed to like booby trap your own house. You're not
What?
allowed.
That's,
You're not
like,
allowed.
illegal?
Really?
Yeah. You can't booby trap your house or your property.
What kind of
like,
law is this? This is like a.
I mean, it makes sense though, because like if emergency personnel have to come
Yeah,
to
so
your house.
that's it's going to be like
That does
for
make
response.
sense.
Like if the cops
Right.
came and then they step on a landmine.
Yeah. I was thinking like a bucket of paint drops on them, but okay.
I didn't know that though.
You're like pranking somebody. You're like
murdering
tar and
people.
feather. You're like, oh my gosh, it's so funny.
I
They
was
open
like
the
home
door.
aloneing it. Yeah. Okay.
Like, oh no, a pie flies in their face. It'd be so funny. You're like,
14 bullets to the face.
he's like, you put bombs in the yard. We're
Yeah,
gonna
no.
play slip and slide.
No, I totally knew that.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't have a lot of digging to do
Dude, my
tomorrow.
leg is blown off. Pranked you.
No, I don't. You know, I still have an empty schedule tomorrow.
No, that does. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, that's bullshit, dude. You should be able to booby trap the hell. I want a moat with gators.
Oh my god.
But that's not really a booby trap though. Like if you can see it, you know, like they have to be hidden.
They're wearing camouflage. They're camouflage gators.
They're all camo gators. Okay.
Yeah,
I
and they have
respect that.
ninja stars.
That's fair. Are you like a I guess 2A person? Is that like you a pro gun? Do you have guns and shit? No.
No, I have
Oh, okay.
Nerf guns.
That doesn't count. That's not what we're talking about.
Dude, imagine
mean,
if you
what if
broke
you
into someone's house and they shot you with a Nerf gun and you freaked out and left.
You
Right.
thought you got shot?
Because if you're
That'd
like,
be
I'm gonna shoot
hilarious.
you, and then you just get hit and you hear it, like psychologically, you might be able to convince
Maybe.
somebody, and they run out. They're like, I've been hit, and they're like, wait, what was I hit?
Until I realized I wasn't shot, and then I pull out my gun.
Man, that
And now
tickled.
you're in trouble. Like.
No, I'm indifferent to that for like the most part, but I also just like maybe it's like from my perspective, but like I don't ever want to say what sort of self-defense or protection that I have, because then people will be like, oh, she only
You
does
lose that
this.
element
That's-
of
Yeah.
surprise. So.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
fair.
just like, do I have a throwing star?
Bring this-
Yeah, you don't. You
Yeah.
never know.
Bring it, sexual assaulters.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Or maybe I just like keep a little bottle of chloroform in my pocket and I just like snap it in your face. And,
I love it. Yeah.
You Uno reverse them.
yeah, I'm just like, I got you now.
You're tied up now.
I'm assaulting you
Idiot.
now.
So, my dad, when I was in high school, I guess he was trying to help with self-defense, but he told me that I should keep pepper packets that you would get from like McDonald's or Wendy's, that I should keep them in my car because if anyone was harassing me, I could pour it into my hand and blow it in their face.
That's funny.
Instead of buying me mace or any sort of self-defense, he was like, just carry pepper
He's
packets.
like, we can save that $20.
What Mary Poppins character was your dad?
That's
1920s,
so
like,
funny.
hold on a second.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta rip open this packet.
You fucked with the wrong one. I got fucking pepper in my pocket.
Pause the assault. And you gotta sneeze real quick. Pause the assault.
They're like, oh, this is the worst.
That
Hold on a
is so
second.
bad. Oh,
Then they just sneeze on you before
Right.
they take you.
That's funny.
They're like, that was
makes it
it.
worse.
That would be so funny though.
Jesus.
It'd be funny if you tried it and then it failed. Take this. He's like, I love black pepper.
Oh,
Or
God.
the opposite, they're like allergic and they have a reaction. Then you have like
shit.
involuntary
Oh, shit.
manslaughter. And you're like, what?
Kill him by accident? Yeah. That's great. Yeah, no, I'm not a gun person either, but I have a gun. Only because I realized how easy it was to buy a gun. Literally. Like in Pennsylvania, I realized how easy it was to get one. I'm like, if everyone's getting one this quickly, on my lunch break, I didn't even know how to load
It's hard in New Jersey. New Jersey.
It's very hard in Jersey.
Because
but
I
PA,
got one. Well, I guess it was also towards like COVID. My dad's got an arsenal. I've hunted my whole life though, so I have like utility out of it.
that
but
checks
then
out.
like getting like a handgun took like 6 months.
Wow.
Damn, really?
And I wanted one like during COVID because things were weird. So
Things
I
were-
feel like
that's
it's
when I
probably
got
this
mine.
is like if I'm gonna have this is
Yeah.
a good time. I was like, oh, and then I was looking at like buying a house and stuff. It's kind of
That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. I was also depressed.
You're like, this could be multi-purpose.
I was drinking a lot. Just kind of
I
makes
was
sense.
just like, I gotta have a couple backup plans. So
I need one that can go like this real quick.
I have dated though a cop and a Marine, and so like both times they're like, I'm gonna take you shooting. I was like, okay.
Shooting's fun. It is weirdly fun to be like.
It's so much
You put a
fun.
person there instead of a target.
No, it is. It's a good time. Where do you go to like ranges? Do you go often or not?
No, I don't go often.
Oh,
Yeah, been, but not often.
fair enough. And have you been outside of that, Dana, or no?
No, it's just like the 2 times I ever went, and then like I
Gotcha.
hit the bullseye like the first time, both times, and they were like,
Oh shit.
oh, and I was just like, yeah, because like growing up, my friend, she had BB guns, so we would always shoot those like in the backyard, like literally like from a 1950s movie. We'd like line up cans and like shoot them off a ledge, and then she had
Back
Like-
off, sexual assaulter, and then you just
it's a BB gun. They're like,
pass blue ribbon goes flying in the
Dude,
air.
I told you I went to school in Baltimore, so we had like there's a rat problem just in Baltimore in general. So
Got
guys,
snitching.
what, like actual rats. So guys would go out and like
the rodent.
yeah, the rodent. Guys would go in the backyard and like spread peanut butter like on the pavement, like at nighttime, and the rats would just come out and just take a BB gun and just fucking.
I love peanut butter. They're lucky they didn't get me out there.
Like Jim, get out of the way.
They never thought to just like put like rat poison in the peanut butter.
Oh, it wasn't about killing rats. It was about shooting the rats. Yeah. No, yeah, it was gross, but it's a good time if you like shooting shit. All right, thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, nice.
We're talking about like
I've been
shooting
wa-
targets. You're like, you ever shoot a live animal just for
just killing
fun?
rats.
Well, I've been
Yeah,
watching like a
probably.
lot of World War II movies and shows recently. And reading about it's been like a 2-year process.
Yeah.
Man, it'd be fun.
What, to be in the war?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I like have a regret. I wish I was in war.
Fuck that.
I know it doesn't make sense.
No.
No, thank you.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely no thank you.
No, I have my ex that was the Marine. I got to eat an MRE because he like had a couple that he didn't use.
How was that?
Disgusting.
Gross?
Disgusting. The cornbread in it wasn't terrible, but every other part of it was disgusting.
Can you
I would
explain
eat
what
my
that is to me?
enemies.
Like, I feel like I know it's like a meal.
It's like dried, like freeze dried, like food and.
and do you eat it right out of the pack? You have to put water in it or something?
So some of it all depends.
Yeah, I
so
think
some of them have like water that you can add in. Some of them
Okay.
have like chemical packs that will heat up so that you can actually like heat up your food. But
Like
like,
an ice
everything,
pack that you like hit or whatever?
Yeah.
It's all
Gotcha.
shit.
it's it's
No,
all
yeah,
terrible.
for sure. I just
Yeah.
wonder, how do you make it edible? Yeah.
It's like
you
take
buy
your
something
food
else.
and then it's you take something. It's the powdered version, and then there's a way to like kind of resurrect it. That's all it is.
No, yeah, that makes sense. So when you eat it, is it mushy? What was it?
I really only remember trying the cornbread on it. I was just like, he was
Did
like,
you
oh,
block
this is
out
like
everything else?
spaghetti. I'm like, I'm not eating spaghetti out of a pan.
Yeah,
That's cold,
disgusting.
'cause
I
he
feel
was
like
like-
cornbread actually would be okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. And then
Yeah.
all of them have, like, if they have candy, it's M&Ms because they won't melt in it. So at least you can like cornbread and M&Ms. But like
Cornbread and M&Ms.
they have all different kinds. So like you might get like the spaghetti dinner. So then I don't think that one has the cornbread. But then there's like a taco dinner. And
So
like there's all
Lunchable.
these different ones. Yeah,
But
they
it's
have
not,
collectible
though.
stickers
It's like
and like
not
press on
Lunchable.
tattoos. No.
Dude, once Lunchable switched to the Capri Sun waters, dude, get the hell out of
They
town.
have
I've never
Capri
seen
Sun
that.
waters?
Yeah, fuck off.
That's
dude, they're
awful.
just shitty Capri Suns. Like when they were
So is
Capri, like it was a Lunchable, I'd be like, dude, give
Yeah.
me my ham and cheese crackers and my Capri Sun, and then Reese's. They're not like that anymore.
So it's like
They're lame
LaCroix,
as hell.
but for kids?
Yeah.
Oh. Just ruin it. Just put soda in it. Who cares?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna drink this French ass water. I don't think so.
I've got a 7-month-old baby, so I've been trying her little baby food.
Ugh.
Disgusting.
Well, there's no.
I meant the kid.
It's so bad.
There's no like
That's
salt. What did
No,
you say?
his baby is the most adorable baby.
She's the cutest baby I've
I
ever
just bought
seen.
her a Devil's outfit.
You did.
And it looked
she looks
great.
adorable in it.
Number
her
one
food's
Devil's
gross.
fan.
Yeah.
And she loves it. She just eats it up.
Baby food?
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, it doesn't,
bananas,
like,
not
taste.
It's
Because they
also
like don't
bad.
add sugar, salt. Like there's no seasoning in it. Like it's all just like mushed.
I tried it. She had some
Gerber
sort of
dog shit.
avocado, lemon, apple, or some shit.
That sounds like-
First of all, it's not a good combination. Like, who's making these?
No.
What scientist is in the lab concocting this shit?
Hey, that's not my area. So,
So you're working with the bacteria. Yeah, you're like, I don't
Yeah.
want the good stuff.
yeah.
It was
No,
gross.
baby food.
Give
No.
her E. coli avocado.
I'd rather her eat that than whatever the fuck I had tonight. It was bad.
You're like, why can't you just eat Korean barbecue tacos?
Did you want some of
baby?
this Chipotle? No?
Hey, you stupid baby. Just
Yeah,
eat this.
just chew it with your no teeth. Figure it out.
What's like the one food you can't wait to feed her?
That's a good one. I'm a big pasta guy. I can't wait till she can eat pasta. Or like, you
like
know,
an easy
spaghetti and
kid food,
meatballs.
too.
Yeah, it is.
That's the Italian in you.
For sure. I have nothing. I think I might have a little Italian actually. Might be like 2%.
You ever do one of the?
Yeah, I did. That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Yeah, it was mostly Nigerian, but I have a little. Definitely have like 11% Irish. That's a thing. Yeah. So take that.
Yeah, dude, it's coming up
Have you done yours?
this weekend. Dude, no.
Why? You don't want the government having your DNA.
No, I just like I know I'm 90% African, 10%.
You're like, why even bother?
No, I'm like I've like traced my lineage back. It's pretty distinctive. Like I feel like I'm half Italian, half Irish. I'm a little more Irish than I'm 70% Irish, 30% Italian.
Oh yeah, this is your weekend coming up. Are you going hard for like St. Patrick's Day or no? Is that a thing for you?
I'm gonna say the N word. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to.
It is very Irish.
But yeah,
Say it.
I'm going.
Is to get
hard.
drunk and try to fight somebody and say the N-word? Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do any of those things.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait to. Oh, dude, nice Reuben, 9 a.m. I'm already 3 or 4 beers deep on Saturday. You don't like a Reuben? I love Reubens.
No, I don't like sandwiches in general, which I feel like is always a weird thing to say.
Get the hell out of there.
That's
like
not
sandwiches?
cool, man.
Like not in general. Like if like given
That-
an
what-
option,
what
I
that
would pick
statement
something
doesn't
else.
even register
What
in my
portion do
brain.
you
I
not
don't-
like?
Most of them.
What?
Like, do you not like bread? Do you not like
Oh, that
meats?
part. I thought you meant like what class of sandwiches, like subs or like any
right,
you
that's
know like. No, I think it's the bread to like food ratio. Like
Like Reuben, like I guess the bread's underneath. I like an open face. So I'll eat with like
Okay.
a fork and a knife, and it's like covered in
Well, that's
cheese
not a
and
sandwich.
meat.
I was gonna say, does that count as a
Well, you
sandwich?
could you could close it if you want. There's
Well, then it's not open faced. Then it's you get open faced with a piece of bread.
look what you're doing right now. I don't appreciate it.
Okay.
The Irish, we've been through enough. You wouldn't get it. You haven't suffered.
Were you slaves too?
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
slaves.
go ahead.
You haven't. Oh, dude, slaves. Cheers, slaves. Dude, I love when Irish people are like, we were slaves too.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're cool. We're white.
But, come on,
I'm
man.
just kidding. But yeah, no, that's a pretty crazy argument. It's a little bit different. We like 10 rough years.
It's a little different. It's a little different.
Yeah,
Little bit.
Little
Just a
bit
tiny
different.
bit.
It's all good.
yeah, and we're still not allowed in the NBA.
You're allowed. You're just not good.
We're still not good enough to be allowed in the NBA.
Good enough to be allowed.
But yeah, no, not liking sandwiches is wild.
Yeah, it's
I think
crazy.
we can appreciate that. That's wild. Okay.
I like that it's a stance though. If you live by it, I'll support it.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Freak.
grilled
Yeah,
cheese, fine.
Ooh, okay.
Peanut butter and jelly, fine. But then you start doing like meat and lettuce on bread. No, the idea of like a regular sandwich, like meat, like deli meat, and like lettuce on sliced white bread, I just think is so gross.
But
If
do you
it's
like meat? Like, or you're like, oh, I'll take a steak. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
I'd rather have a steak or a salad.
respect
Like I don't
that.
want to just like. Stuff
you don't like
it between
mixing
bread.
the two worlds.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. I like things separate.
Segregation. Yeah, no, that's
Separate but equal. I feel like in terms of sandwiches, you're just like a 6-year-old. Like you like the PB&J and the grilled cheese.
Yeah, I mean,
But
like
you're not.
I'm not saying like that's what I have for lunch every day, but if we're talking about
Okay.
sandwiches, like
Yeah.
I would have those, but it's like, oh, do you want like a BLT? Like, no, not really. Like I'll
Damn,
pick
that's a
something
good
else,
sandwich.
or like a Reuben, or like, you know, even hoagies, or I'm gonna say it, cheesesteak. I just I'm like, not.
so. I'll be honest, like I love cheese. I think cheesesteaks are the
That's
most
tough.
overrated
That's tough.
thing in the world.
What?
I love cheesesteaks.
Guys, what are we doing right
I
now?
really do.
You're gonna get canceled.
Yeah,
it's
we
gonna be
are.
your
You really?
last podcast
do.
ever.
I didn't know that about you.
I've come to this realization.
We're such good
pretty.
friends. I'm just learning this. Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm trying to
my
run it,
world is
but
upside down.
I do like a cheesesteak. But
Okay.
I think first of all, I think the famous Philly cheesesteaks are the most overrated things in the world.
Well, I think everybody says like the famous ones are not good.
Dude, Pat Sergino's.
Oh, yeah, no, those are terrible.
Fuck
yeah,
off.
we can agree on
The
that.
best place in Philadelphia, it's called Rosario's. It's a Mexican pizzeria.
Ooh,
They
okay.
make Mexican cheesesteaks, so they have like jalapeno. They have other things on them. Delicious. But dude, I love steak. Steak's my favorite. I would rather it without the bread. So I kind of get your thing.
Yeah.
So
I don't
kinda
want to
like-
waste the calories on eating bread. Like if it might be, or like I'd rather have like a pizza if I'm going to have bread, or like a flatbread pizza or something like that. Like I just
Sure.
don't want like a ton of bread and then like a little bit of like lettuce and meat, or especially like deli meat. Like I'd rather have like grilled chicken or something.
My stance on the matter, I love sandwiches. I love cheesesteaks, but I love steak as well. I think cheesesteaks and steak are very different.
Yeah.
I like my steak medium, right? I like my cheesesteak obviously well done.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have
You don't want to eat that
pink
meat.
cheesesteak, yeah.
No.
So it's just completely different categories in my opinion.
Yeah. I remember.
There it is.
Come here. Get up here.
I remember in college.
Good boy.
In my microbiology class, we had to do Petri tests. So like growing bacteria, and we tested like in-store ground beef, like just tested it. You get so much off of it.
Oh, don't
like,
tell me that.
No, but the thing is, like ground beef, if you cook it to the proper temperature,
then
it's fine.
Gotcha.
But when you don't cook it, people that are like, oh, I want a burger, but I want the burger to be rare,
Yeah.
like that's all in there.
Yeah, so when I get steak, I go rare, 2 medium rare, depending on the place. There's certain places
Really?
like if I go rare, it's 2 rare, but if it's a burger, I always go like just medium.
So steak, it's all about the exterior contact and the inside. So like the ground meat, because so much of it the outside has been contacted when it's gone through the meat grinder.
I feel like we're
It
talking about
has-
fingering again. This is really,
Through the meat grinder. That's not what you call it? Is that-
That's what I picture when it's happening.
But no, so a steak, as long as they don't puncture, or like, you know how people like stab it with a knife to
Okay.
like test it? If they don't do that, you can have a rare steak and it's fine, because the bacteria isn't in there the way that the meat is. It's perfectly fine.
with bacteria, it tastes good.
I don't think it does. I don't think E. coli is worth it. Unless,
Yeah, Ebola's better.
Ebola, remember that? Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick break to pee real quick.
Do your thing.
Sure.
All right, guys, we're back. Sorry, Dana had to take a shit. Just kidding.
Pretty gross, Dana. Pretty fucking
Just
gross. Not
kidding.
gonna lie.
No, girls don't poop.
Nope. It's
That's not
impossible. I'm a scientist, so trust me.
Trust the science.
That's wild. I thought you were kidding, honestly, when you first said that. But I was like, you really are a scientist.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's crazy. You did that like right out of college?
Yeah. I tried to get a job with just my undergrad degree, and it was like 6 months, and I had no interviews.
Sure.
And
What's your
so
undergrad degree?
biology.
Okay.
And so I was like, all right, well, if I don't go, I'll just go right into my master's to like hopefully get a job. And then I did a master's in biology, and then after that, I got a job at a biotech company, and I'm still there.
Okay, so you're loyal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
man.
cool.
Yeah, hell yeah. I've had like 7 jobs since I graduated in 2014, so not as loyal. But
I mean, it's nice. It's you get the small company, so like sometimes I think my job is almost like even my bosses joke that it's like the lab version of the office, because it's like, for example, on Tuesday we're having a baking competition for like the best
Rabies awareness.
rabies awareness, yeah. Rabies awareness marathon or walkathon. It's
I'm carbo loading. Sorry, go ahead. I love that episode. It's good.
best bar cookie. So like people are like bringing in bars, and then the winner will get like a $25 Wawa gift card or something. And we've had best soup at like Thanksgiving time. We did best pie.
Okay.
Halloween we do a costume contest, and we work like half a day, and then we play games in the lunchroom, and we vote on who's the best costume. Oh yeah,
that's cool.
So
that's why I stayed.
Very nice.
Did you watch The Office?
Yeah.
So what character are you?
What character am I?
Good question.
I don't think I'm a main character. I really don't, because I'd rather just like watch the other people.
You keep it low key in the office?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I'm just like, I'm gonna stay back. Like they know that at least like I do comedy because it's small. Like some of them have like come to shows and stuff.
Really?
And it's again small. So like both of the VPs are friends with me on social media. So it's like they see what I do. So like they know everything.
You've never been called into HR?
We don't have HR.
Oh wow, really? Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
it's just kind of like your boss has to cover it. Like we have, in like the handbook, like the social media guidelines that they have to put in there just to protect the company.
One N-word per month maximum.
No more, no less.
No less. Oh no, you're falling behind on your quota.
I noticed you haven't been saying it. What's up, Dana? We like you, but
we want you to stay, but you gotta start.
But you gotta want to stay. You know what I mean? You gotta want to be here.
I think if we were office character, you'd be Daryl.
Jim, I hate you so much. I fucking don't like you.
Dude, I'm trying to think.
For a second, you said Jim, and I was like, you thought he would be Jim, totally forgetting what his name was for a second.
I'm trying to think of who you would be.
I mean, I might actually be Daryl. I gotta think about it now. I don't know.
Daryl's great towards the end of the show. Once they get him like actually involved as a main character, he's
a good person.
He's the man.
He dated Kelly for a little bit, kind of let her go, and he was like cool with it. Yeah, he was a cool dude.
He got a access your crazy side.
Yeah.
Nah, you'd be dude, you might be Ryan.
Oh, come on.
Dude,
Don't do me like that.
Dude, I think Ryan is
He's a piece of shit.
No, he's the unsung hero of the entire show. Dude, he's one of my favorite characters.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit.
I think he's so funny in it. You're Ryan. Suck it.
Who are you then?
I would take Stanley before Ryan, but alright, go ahead.
I would think that I would be Stanley, because like I'm not trying to get involved. I'm not doing anything.
Like you might be
I'm just like I'm
yeah.
watching everybody else, and I'm like, when can I go to lunch?
Well, I can't. Oh, you're Daryl or Stanley. That's racist,
No, I just
Gary.
mean in terms of personality.
Look, dude, we're 2 weeks out of Black History Month. You're not. You could be Daryl, but I think you're Ryan.
I might be a Kevin.
No, you're right.
But I'm
you're
not
right.
that stupid. But I might just be.
Dude,
I'm
He wasn't stupid in the first.
I'm pretty
few
confident.
episodes.
No,
That's true,
you're
yeah.
right. I'm confident in it. You're
That's
right.
fucked up, man.
No, it's not.
I got to do better as a person.
He's great.
Which
He's
one's
so
Ryan?
funny. BJ Novak, he's
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
And then,
and then
goes
he
to
rises
corporate.
and then he falls. Yeah.
He's one of the funniest characters in the show.
He is funny. He's just such a bad person. He's not a good person. I know, so I need to do better. All right, thanks. Not so subtly telling me.
I don't know who I would be.
Who was
I think Pam, because I got these sweet knockers. I don't know.
who was the one who would always call Jim Tuna? What was his name?
Oh, dude, I
Andy.
hated Andy.
Andy, you might be
hated
Andy.
Oh, dude, you might be Andy. You
I
can be
would take
Andy.
that. That's fair.
You don't want to
Take
be. All right,
Andy.
fine. You can be Andy, but you don't want that, dude. He's the worst.
Was he-
Ed Helm does have a gigantic hog on him, though.
Does he?
Yeah, it's.
I didn't know
It's
that.
been a rumor on everything he's
Really?
been on. Yeah, and I've been spreading it.
Who's was it Gabe as the other like
Oh,
weird one?
yeah,
That's-
he's the worst. He reminds me of 75% of comedians that we've met.
I'll give you that. Socially awkward, very weird. Yeah.
But like
I'll
a
give you
weird
that.
confidence that they shouldn't have.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. A weird level of success.
Like
that they
he has the
probably
confidence.
shouldn't
I
have.
could do 30 minutes. Can you?
By 30, do you mean 10?
Do you mean try 5? Yeah, but they keep doing. They do rumors every year that The Office is going to come back, and it really gets me going for
They're
like
so
5 minutes.
busy.
They go, "That's
Like
so
all of them
stupid."
have their own stuff.
But I do want so I have like Peacock and the extended episodes. They do like a season a year.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They're awesome.
It's like an extra 10 minutes to every episode.
But they couldn't come
It's
back and
great.
do it justice, though. There's no way. They
I
were
know-
doing some real, like, you know,
Yeah, it would be
racy
lame as
stuff.
shit. It would
Yeah.
be- even if like they talked about doing a spinoff, but dude, they just wouldn't. They couldn't say some of the things, and like that's what we all want.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it.
I don't know
Just let it die. It was
any
fun.
reboot that
It's
people
ever
love.
good. No.
But like, even if like they really want it and they love the show, like I know people that have like been waiting and waiting for reboots,
So,
and then I've asked them, "Did
got
you watch
one.
it?" And they're like, "No."
I got one, and it was so short lived. Was I thought Roseanne?
Oh,
when she
yeah.
came back was really, but then she got fired because of the tweet or whatever.
Yeah. But they still did it without her.
Yeah,
they
she
like
died
they had to like
in the show or
finish the.
something.
Oh, I thought you were
They had to, like,
wrong.
they had- they had to finish the season. Oh yeah, like it doesn't. It's stupid.
Yeah,
like,
is it
just,
dumb? I mean, I didn't watch
just
it, but-
cancel it. And
I fit right in.
like Roseanne, I loved that show growing up.
It was such
I
a
mean,
staple because it was like the first like that, and then
They were, like,
Married
the
with
first, like,
Children were like
yes, I
Right.
did like
Uh-huh.
Married, but it was like cool because they were like the first like dysfunctional They had like actual issues.
Like a real, kind
Yeah,
of.
well, and like
real
Roseanne
life.
was like such a like. I mean, obviously, like as a female comic, she was like the first like big female comic, and then like her show was like very like actually
celebrity
inclusive,
wise?
and not for like the sake of just saying so. Like, oh, she was like, oh, they had like gay people on it and shit. Like back in the '90s, so it was like. But then she said something. I
What
think.
did-
Like,
was it racist or was it like
so
homophobic? What
kind
did she
of
say?
like you'd agree with it.
What did she say?
So she said Valerie Jarrett looked like the woman from the female lead from Planet of the Apes, but also no one knew this woman was black. I don't. She doesn't look black. She
Gotta look her up now.
I think she's like Jewish too. She's like a ambiguous looking woman. And
Okay.
it is like the comparison isn't off. But apparently she was like on Ambien, and then said like,
then she tried to
I-
like make excuses.
I don't know. Yeah, it was kind of.
But
It's
I-
a
you
weird
know.
thing, but like it was just like also like at a bad time to have any of that.
Do you know who this lady is?
No.
Oh, this is so.
So she said she's like, I didn't even know she was black.
I mean, you can scroll. That's her. Though.
Oh.
That's what I mean. Like,
I feel like you
I think
would
so. She was
know.
just like trying to make fun of her
yeah.
or whatever, and it was like at a very tumultuous time. So like, all right, get it. But I don't know, kind of weird.
Didn't-
The
Yeah.
whole situation was weird, and what are you gonna do? But
That was it?
because that show was really good. Yeah, I've heard Joe Biden say worse things this month.
No, seriously though. Yeah.
I mean,
that was
dude, it all like take Shane Gillis, like what he's. It's such
Yeah.
like a nothing, and then they have like I don't know. It's
True.
all weird.
Everything's relative. Yeah. Time and
Yeah.
context. Yeah. That's fair.
What are you gonna do?
Damn,
Didn't
I know.
Roseanne, not after this time, but like after like the first, when she was done acting or took a break from it, didn't she like own like a pistachio farm or like macadamia?
Yes,
Didn't she have
I
like
think she owns like a
show?
macadamia nut farm in like Hawaii or
Yeah,
something.
it was because she had a show briefly, I think, or like they just did like a special, it was like Roseanne's Nuts.
She like owns
No,
like
serious. And then
she,
they're like,
no, she owns like a giant
insane.
nut farm in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Sorry,
shit.
Hawaii. And
There you go.
yeah, apparently she does. But she's back to doing comedy and stuff though. I would love to go see her. She was like part of my childhood. I loved Roseanne.
Did she do stand up though, or was she just like a comedic?
No.
definitely did stand-up.
She was like a huge stand-up.
Yeah.
She did stand-up before she did like Roseanne.
But
That's how she
I don't
got
think
it.
I've
She got
ever
a development
seen
deal.
a special. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
Like,
she's great. Like if you
I've only seen her on like the Kill Tony stuff and like clips online now. But like the thing that bothers me,
she's a 70-year-old woman now, so it's
Right.
kind of
I
weird.
don't
But no,
relate.
she was like she was one of the most famous stand-ups at the time. When
I just don't know any of
popped
her.
off.
Yeah, I've just never seen it.
I think she like once she got really famous, she went right into development deal for TV. So
Okay.
and that was like the mid '90s, where it's like they were just doing that. That was like the whole reason you did stand up was to get a development
To get
deal.
to that next-
at
It was the
time.
only way you
It was
could,
like
like,
Tim
make a
Allen,
living.
her, like all those people. They started getting that around Jerry. Like they all got it around that same time frame.
Yeah.
Isn't Tim Allen? Isn't he a wild motherfucker?
I don't know. He kind of
Yeah.
seems like the man. His like cocaine arrests.
Yeah.
where he's got the mustache.
Like he had a real problem.
He had a
He's
real
also, dude,
problem,
he
he's
is
younger.
If you watch this, he's hilarious.
Is he? I've never seen his stand-up either. Yeah, I
and it
wanna
always
watch
like makes sense because you always go like, oh, like you like people when you're like, I didn't even know they did stand up. You're like, oh, how good. They're always amazing every
funny as
time.
shit,
You're like, oh,
yeah.
okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
And that's why
really
you
good.
got the deal.
And then they do like stand up every so often. You're like, ah, and you miss it.
Damn.
I don't know.
Shout out to Tim Allen. Shout out to cocaine.
Yeah. I was gonna say too about Roseanne Barr. The only thing I've seen her recently, and like I notice other big comics doing it, and you know, I'm sure you guys see it too, where they like feed into like what they want people to say.
Yeah.
Like I just get so frustrated because it's like they want her to be controversial, so she's
Yeah,
all
so
she
she'll
has to
just
say.
something stupid.
She doesn't even have to say a joke. She could just like say a line,
Oh, yeah.
and then
You mean
people
at the
like,
show kind of thing?
yeah, and
No,
then
for
people
sure.
like cheer or laugh. And it's like, oh, she said trans. It's so funny,
Yeah.
and it's like.
You should be like, show me your birth certificate, Obama. And it's like, dude, I don't need to see it. I know he's not American. I'm just kidding. But like, it's shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
I get that too.
Like when
but it's also like,
Chappelle-
I feel weird when I see old people do anything. I go, it's still like she's a grandma.
Is she?
She's old now.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, she's like 70 something probably. Late 60s.
Dana, why do you look
70s.
so concerned? You're like,
Are you a grandma?
I am a grandma. I'm actually 70 years old. I'm like, I guess I need to quit then.
Because like when I always equate like old people to like my grandparents and stuff. I'm like, you don't need a microphone or TV or.
Oh, mine
to
are
be on-
dead, so I don't even think about
Mine
like,
are all
yeah.
dead too now.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you really
got
don't
to
need
go.
a microphone.
did you guys see that shit about Nick Swartzen? Sorry, I'm just thinking about
Yeah.
crazy shit that
Yeah,
I've
so-
seen on stage. now.
That sucks because Grin Ups, one of our buddies, who's a comedian, he was in Key West and he was like Nick Swartzen's like one of his comedy heroes, as is a lot of people's, and he was at a bar and he saw Nick Swartzen and was like, oh shit, like hey, like big fan, blah blah. They hung out the whole week and he was trashed every single day.
Nick was.
Yes. And
Gotcha.
there was like, oh, I'm going to see Kevin Nealon at the Key West Comedy Club. And he's like, I didn't even know there was a comedy club. It was just like during COVID, but like Nick Swartzen didn't know that there was a comedy club a mile away from where he was living. And he was like blacking out just every day, fall asleep at the bar. And he was like, dude, it's the saddest thing ever.
Damn.
When you see like someone you admire, oh man, their life sucks.
And that was.
But then I think he got like
4 years
clean and like sober for a long time.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know.
Well, he
Apparently-
claimed it
back on the
was like
sauce.
edibles or something, but like.
Edibles in the altitude. That's what he
Like,
said.
but at the same time, I'm like, dude, if he comes around here, I'm gonna go see him. I don't care.
Oh, for sure.
I'll waste my money. Like, even if it's
Yeah.
like 50, like, whatever. I'll take the chance. He's like a childhood favorite for me.
Yeah, no, I my feelings about him have not changed. I'm just like, one, I hope he's okay, and two, it's like, damn, it sucks that happened on stage. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
my
It's
whole
like-
thing is like, I just please don't die. Like, that's the whole
Yeah,
thing I think of.
no,
It's like,
for
oh,
sure.
dude, please, like, figure it out.
Oh yeah, well that ends
But it's
up
also
happening.
like, it sucks too, because like, I don't. It's like everyone's like, oh, dude, like you need to like stop drinking. Like, I don't know if I want you to get sober. I just don't want you to die. Like, I don't, which is like a weird, like, there's certain people, it's like, they need the booze or whatever. They need that thing to make them them. But at the same time, it's like, it just, I don't overdo it.
Part of me, and I don't know how much of the clips you guys saw, part of me, and maybe this is the comedian in me, it was like, don't pull him from stage. Like, let him go. I know it was a little bit of rambling, but he was still speaking coherently. You know what I mean? Like,
I saw like the tail end of it where he was like, they cut his mic and stuff, and it was weird.
Yeah, but why?
But I didn't see, like, I didn't know how bad it was.
But I heard that the clip you saw that he had done that like 3 or 4 times. So he had said the same thing like 3 or 4 times, and people were like, what's going on? So it wasn't like he was talking, he wasn't making a clear point, and then he just kept saying the same thing.
Yeah. And I did see that as well. It's like a minute and a half clip where he's like, all right, you guys want to hear my interpretation or my impression of this? You guys want to hear my impression of this? And he kept doing that. And it's like, all right, well, maybe somebody prompted him somewhere else, but let him go. I don't know. Maybe he should.
I feel like him trash still has to be kind of funny.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you know?
People were kind of laughing.
He's got to be like one of.
Groaning,
he's like one of like top 100 funniest people to ever exist. Like a naturally funny person. So I feel like he's like I think of him like a Norm Macdonald. Like, I even like Norm. I hated Norm's stand-up, but I think he's one of the funniest people who's ever walked the planet.
Just naturally funny.
Like I'll watch like clips of him, or like I remember like back in the day, like him just conversationally is funnier than. He's just a funny human being. Like you're like, oh, that guy. Hey, you should be a comedian. Kind of like you would say to someone who you think is hilarious naturally. But I've like watched his stand-up and been angry.
Norm's?
Yeah, some of it's like really? Awful. Some of it's amazing. Some of it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
But like that's like part of his thing. It's to like wild. Piss you off that just because
that he's just talking shit. Yeah.
I don't know. I love Nick Swartzen. Like I hope it all works out. And, you know, he doesn't.
But
die.
I would think like also as a comic, like if it was going to tank my image or career, no, like I'm just saying, like if I'm myself in his shoes, like I would probably want somebody to pull me off, because who knows what else you're gonna say, or like if you get so angry that you start fighting with the audience, like you know, like if it escalated and he couldn't get his point,
that goes viral. That
but he's also like,
right,
I mean,
and
I feel like he's so past that though. He's so famous and rich that it's like.
But still, like even like if you just don't want to get in a fight, you don't want to like. I wouldn't want to have that out there. I wouldn't want to be a good comic and like have a bad performance to the point that people like were leaving.
Like
I would rather
like Michael
than,
Richards, 2006 Hollywood Improv. What are you gonna do?
How did that guy not get hit in the face? Like,
well, I think the people that really were mad at him.
Dude, luckily for him. Not too long ago, I was at an open mic.
I was at
Krosky's, the open mic that like I would host at, and I was like, there was literally no black people there, which is like weird. Like there's always a couple black people at the mic or whatever.
Sure, you guys look to it.
Yeah, well, let's not get crazy. But so I was like, oh, what? This is weird. There's like no black, because there's like regulars that were like black dudes. There's like, oh, this is weird. There's no black people. All right, guys, I guess you get to see my impression of Michael Richards, 2006 Hollywood. And then as I'm saying that, Andy Koch walks in the door with like 4 or 5 black dudes. It was the most like perfect serendipity. Like it was incredible. He's like, oh, yo, Jim's on. What are you saying? I'm like, nothing anymore.
Never mind.
And then like 4 of them walked out to like go smoke, I assume, and it was like, all right, no, it's back on, dude. It was one of my favorite like comedy moments of all time.
That's funny.
I wasn't at this one, but I heard of a mic that a white guy just was on stage and said the N-word.
And they were like, I've seen it a couple times. Like,
he was just like, no, but I can say it. He's like, I'm Spanish. They're like, no, you can't. They're like, you're not welcome here. He was like, for how long? It's just like, you're just not welcome here.
But do you see it in real life? Like, that's a bad idea, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times, and it's like, dude, first of all, you have to have the perfect joke for it to be allowed and accepted, and then also you have to be like famous enough that it's like, you have to be like.
I was like, perfect is an understatement. It's got to be the best joke I've ever fucking heard.
Louis' joke about the N-word, like where it's it's so genius where he's like talking about like when you say N-word, you're thinking the word. It's like, okay, there's like,
and it is good, but also to your point, he's Louis, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah, exactly.
But like, you can't be at a fucking open mic. And I've seen it a couple of times. Like, God damn, dude, what are you doing? Even it's like you're at an open mic and it's like all white dudes. I'm still like, dude, come on, man.
Well,
what are you doing?
Like I think I forget who said it.
It's also like that's lamer. If you're gonna fucking say it at an open mic,
fucking some black people in there.
Yeah, dude. If you're gonna say it, I want you to own it. Well, not own it, but like that's a bad term. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking go for it, you fucking pussy. You can't say it in front of three other white dudes at a shitty open mic.
Say it in public.
But yeah, no, dude. I mean, well, there's certain guys who like just to go up there like shock value and
sure,
whatever.
Yeah, well,
it is what it is. But
what was can't remember who said it, but it was like comedy's not saying offensive things; it's saying things and getting away with it. It's getting the laugh. Like if you're saying it for if you're saying it for just the shock value, and there's no joke, people aren't laughing, you aren't getting it across, then you're not doing comedy. You're just saying offensive things. I'm not saying that like everybody should do that, but
he was like rebutting someone who said like, oh, like comedy is like saying the things that like everyone's afraid to say. He's like, and then Anthony Jeselnik was like, no, it's saying the things and getting away with it.
Yeah, anybody can say terrible things, and they do on the internet all the time, and they're not famous.
Typing.
Yeah, I know your pseudonyms on there.
I know your burner accounts. Yeah, I got you.
Hitler wasn't that bad, 69.
Who agrees with me? Question mark. No,
dude, Reddit's wild. I've never had a Reddit account, and I'm so glad because, dude, those people are crazy.
I've gone down a couple of Reddit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, me too. Yeah, that's where I got all my book collection from.
The only thing I use it for is like going to a new place, and I'm like, what restaurants do you recommend?
Yeah. It is weird because there's part of it that is like that.
Yeah.
And then there's part of it's like that
terrible.
It just brings you down like a conspiracy theory rabbit hole.
Sure.
About that restaurant. Like if you order number 4, that's actually a child, and you'll get them in the bathroom stall. Number 2.
Jesus Christ.
Like cheese.
Yeah.
I have one conspiracy theory that I absolutely love because
let's hear it.
I think if it were true, it would be super cool, but also like it's the most like I feel like well thought out. But it's that the conspiracy theory is that when we started using nuclear bombs,
aliens,
time travel. So because of the force of the impact of them, it was able to open up whatever sort of portals, black holes, gates to different times so that you could change timelines or travel through time. So that's my favorite conspiracy because I think that would be super cool because like they're like that's how like ghosts are here and it's different timelines overlapping.
I like
and all
that.
this.
I do like that.
I'm like that's a fun one.
So if you could time travel, any period, any time, what would you do? Where would you go?
Saying that like I could be safe in that said time and everything.
Caveat. You get to go there and you are guaranteed to come back alive. Like
I'd want to go to ancient Rome.
Ancient Rome.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Because they like ancient Rome and ancient Greece had such interesting and advanced technology that I think would be really cool.
Yeah, they used to shit in the streets.
They had aqueducts. They had flowing water.
Yeah, they had aqueducts. No. That's a good one. Ancient Rome, ancient Egypt. That's good.
One thing that's super cool. I took Latin in high school. Go figure. And in ancient Rome, they had mosaics in front of their houses that said "Cave Canem," which means "Beware of dog." So in ancient Rome, that's where they have the "Beware of dog."
That's where it came from?
Yeah. It's all the way back then. I just think that's really cool. It's like the only history I know.
If you could go back in time, any period, what would it be? 1741, South Carolina.
Yeah, no, seriously. But you're saying I would be okay?
You are guaranteed to go there and you come back to present completely unharmed.
Got it, but I would have to
So you can do you can go anywhere.
But I would have to experience life there.
But you are guaranteed to come back unharmed.
How long I gotta be there?
This is as long as you fucking want.
Okay, alright, fair enough. I would probably go. I think I want to see like early 1900s. Maybe early 1900s.
That sounds awful for you.
It is bad. That's what I'm saying. I hope that I can come back whenever I like.
Oh, you want to
I'd like to see
how
easy sort of.
you want to see how bad? No.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, when was like Prohibition era? When was that? 1920s.
20s.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe like 1920s. Kind of that.
You want to go hang out with like Al Capone?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I'm just thinking like speakeasies and like alcohol's illegal, but people are still drinking moonshine. Like,
I think
I have like a
Yeah.
unexplained nostalgia that I wasn't a part of, so it's not really a nostalgia for like. Know what's weird about like old timey? I like how just everyone dressed nice. Is that weird?
Yeah, the suits.
Like
all that
everyone
stuff.
wore a suit and a dress, and like I know it's weird, but it's like
Hell yeah.
you'll be like out in public and I'll see someone in sweats. I'm like, dude, you fucking.
I have a friend
dirtbag, like-
who
No,
said the same
love
thing.
it. Yeah,
I
the
do
suits are awesome.
like it's like poor people wore suits every day. Like,
everybody dressed like
I
that.
feel like it's kind of like I don't know. It'll come back around hopefully at one point, but
I think so.
We did this same thing at work, like if you could time travel at any time. And one of my coworkers was like, whenever GameStop stock went up, she's like, I would just invest all my money in that. I'm like,
That's
like that's a good one.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's
she's
smart,
rich.
though.
yeah, but you can say that about it. Yo, I'm gonna invest in Google. Well, you can do that. You can still do that. You can do that at any time period. You could think of like a but that can't be the reason you go back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Because also, if you go back just to be rich, your kids are gonna be born blind. Because that's karma.
That's a rule.
But it would also be cool to like go all the way back to like cavemen or Jurassic.
I'm like torn between two. I would like to go back to dinosaurs or World War II, and like I just got to get in there.
You in this World War II shit, Jesus.
You just put me within a mile of Hitler and I'm fucking taking that little mustache right off him.
I love you. I don't want you to die, but just in my head, you go back to World War II and you're there for like 30 seconds and somebody just kills you immediately.
No chance.
Well, that wasn't worth
Well,
it.
two scenarios. One, World War II, or like dinosaurs. Like it would be cool to go, but
You're
then
not
also
gonna
like
last long, dude.
you're gonna be the tiniest thing in
A
existence at
pterodactyl's
that
gonna
point.
pick you off immediately.
I'll kill Hitler pterodactyl.
You kill Hitler and pterodactyls.
Because again,
What if I got both?
you rode a pterodactyl and got him.
Eats him.
You'd be a
Eats
legend.
little dog.
I'm like back in 1920. I'm like, you heard of Jim Kelly? He killed Hitler.
You rode the pterodactyl? Yeah. There's statues of you everywhere.
Oh man, me on a pterodactyl. See, Jim on a pterodactyl. That kind of gets me going.
This is, again, a huge nerd science thing, but it's one of my favorite fun facts, and that is that, like we talk about increasing carbon and greenhouse gases and CO2. So back when carbon was, there's a point to this, it's not just all nerdy stuff, but when there was a lot of carbon in the air, insects and reptiles were a lot bigger. So, like, you would have dragonflies that were like 4 feet long. So, like, you could like ride a dragonfly. So it's like, there's a tiny part of me that's like, well, if we just keep increasing it, like, we could have giant bugs again.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I'm not a big, but I do like dragonflies. That's like the one exception.
What do you
to
like
bugs.
about them?
They're cool. They're the colors. They're like very.
All the details. My favorite part, the colors.
That is the most autistic thing you've ever said.
The colors.
I like that they have 4 wings.
They're very.
2 eyes.
They're like iridescent. You've never seen a dragonfly?
No,
That's cool as shit looking.
Yeah.
They're always really cool looking. They're like, oh, it's like purple and shiny.
Are you retarded? Are you?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
They have 6 legs.
The colors. Yeah, you got it. I got it.
I like colored things.
As you should.
Much like the women you date.
It's 2024.
All right, favorite insect, go.
Favorite
the dragonfly?
Oh, no, I like praying mantis.
Okay.
A lot. Dragonfly's close, though. I do like a praying mantis. Beetles, like the horn beetles are cool. I'd go praying mantis. number one.
Fair enough. I got nothing for this. You have one?
No.
Yeah, I have nothing at all.
All right, guys, now I feel uncomfortable.
Okay, a Luna moth. I'll get specific.
Okay,
I'll give you a
you
little-
got to think of an insect.
Damn, now I gotta think of one. Can I say fireflies?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Okay,
one.
Dude, I used to like to,
Lightning
I
bugs,
usually
yeah.
catch them and put them on my teeth, like just kill them and
Murder them with
yeah.
your teeth?
And then
So they glow?
Yeah, and I'd smile and then it would glow.
My mom said they would like draw on themselves as kids, like little swirly designs. Not quite their mouth, but. I just put on like lipstick.
Pretty
like,
good. They
Concept
taste
is
pretty
there.
good.
That's gross.
All right, whatever, guys. Not everyone needs to eat dragonflies. You got any other favorites, real quick?
Favorite insects?
Favorite anything?
Favorite anything. I
You
got
just
a lot of
started.
favorite
You just
stuff.
started pulling out favorites. So.
Favorite. The only thing that comes to mind is like favorite dessert, which is
Favorite dessert, carrot cake.
s'mores.
Okay. I told you I'm a big like cookie or ice cream on the cookie guy. Yeah, that's me.
Ice cream cookie.
Yeah.
I was at a restaurant somewhere in North Jersey, but for dessert you could get 3 big chocolate chip cookies and a glass of milk. And it was the best
That's awesome.
dessert.
Listen,
they were warm
After
and like
that,
gooey.
just tuck me in bed,
Right.
baby. I'm good to
I was like,
go.
I need these at home. Like, can I get these to
dude,
go?
I'm a big milk guy. I love milk. I
You said this last week and
love
stop
milk.
saying that.
Dude, I love milk. So
You don't have to tell people that.
whatever.
Just drink it
Why?
in the privacy of your own home.
But why
Right.
is it that like milk is a creepy beverage? Because it is. Like if you
is.
see people like I saw a guy order milk at a restaurant, and I'm like that guy murders
So I
people.
used to
like,
say this on
Yeah, well,
stage.
because you're at like
I don't say
Fleming's
it
or
anymore.
Capitol Grill. It is.
But because milk is a cooking ingredient. It's not a beverage.
No, fuck off, dude. That you
It's
never had.
not. You
Bullshit. You
cook
never had
with it.
cereal,
but that's an ingredient.
Thank you.
dude. It is a beverage.
It's an ingredient. It's
chocolate
not
milk?
a beverage.
You know chocolate milk?
Do you know,
No, no,
do you
that's
know chocolate milk? Do you know chocolate milk?
Have you ever heard of chocolate milk?
Now that's different.
Hold on, let's calm down. Let's calm down.
Dude, milk is
That's
delicious.
different. You gotta stop saying that.
I love milk.
Okay, what percent?
Whole.
You see how it's weird? Now you see
Fucking
why it's weird, right?
I love the whole.
I like it straight from the teat, straight from the cow.
You know that cream on top milk that you gotta.
I like when it's chewy after a couple weeks and you can really get into it.
Cheese right in your mouth.
No,
Gross.
dude, milk is delicious, dude, and I stand by that. I think it's amazing.
You got one more time to say it, and I'm leaving.
Milk's delicious. I love milk.
Milk. Yeah, no, it's a cooking ingredient.
No, fuck off, dude. Milk
It's to
is
be
so
added
good, dude.
to other things.
An ice
not
cold
a-
milk.
But you don't like ice cream.
I like milkshakes. Because of the milk. Dude, it just reminds me of my grandpa. You don't like milk?
Why does milk remind you of your grandma?
Jim, you got a lot of work to do on yourself. I think
The
that's what
milk
we're
is
learning here.
delicious.
It's just like Pop-Up and I would have milk together.
I like the.
It's not a thing.
I like
Do
the
you remember Milk Time?
I
It's like
love.
nobody did that.
I love
You haven't
chocolate
had
milk,
time with
dude.
your pop-up?
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk is different. though.
African American
Chocolate
milk is my favorite.
Chocolate milk, strawberry milk. That I can respect
Strawberry
that,
milk is
but it's
underrated.
Still, it is, but it's still not a regular beverage.
It's fuck. No, it's not
Like
something.
it's a
you should-
specialty.
When was the last
beverage.
time you had a glass of
Yesterday.
milk? What chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk's been a while, but I have a glass of milk
Racist.
about once a day.
With breakfast, or are you just like Milk Time?
So the fucked up thing is, I think I do say milk time
I was like the idea of
every
saying
night
milk time
because
is
Kelsey she
great.
gets weirded out by it. It's milk time.
That's so
Do
funny.
you like have to wait till she's in bed? Like I can have
No.
milk finally.
Well, so yes, it is bedtime every. So it's
come
You
on,
warm
man.
it up, and I put it in a bottle.
no, it's a nightly beverage. I like it with. So like my snack I have every night is like I put it in the microwave, peanut butter with a little bit of maple syrup, and I have a nice cold glass of milk.
Are you on Atkins? Like,
Yeah,
what is
Jim,
this?
did your mother not tell you she loved you? Like, what's happening here?
I have more
dude,
chocolate
there's-
chips.
Oh, my mom had the best milk. Dude, I love. All right, guys.
My
I don't.
favorite snack is warm peanut butter with maple syrup on top.
It's so good, dude. You know,
I'm not
like,
saying it's not good, but that's a very bizarre
and I
snack.
like to wash it down with a nice cold glass of milk.
Just no.
All right, guys, that's been the episode.
right,
I'm gonna go drink a glass of milk.
Dana, you have anything you want to plug? You have any shows? Anything? What do you want to say? What do you got?
Anybody
You're
that's
gonna
out
be in
in San
California.
Francisco
Yeah.
or Napa, that's the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Anything out
Okay.
there, and yeah, that's the
Sounds
big
right.
stuff I want to try and get people to go to if anybody's in California.
Go see her.
Fair enough. Yeah, put
Go
it out
see
there.
her. They'll be serving ice cold glasses of milk.
Yeah, Napa
the-
Valley is known for its milk.
Yes.
Very nice.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming. March 20th.
Yep.
We'll be in Tom's River. Hell yeah.
I think it's sold out, so it doesn't matter. Don't come.
All good. And then March 31st. I keep fucking this up. March 31st, we'll be at Soul Joe's.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're on the late night showcase with Jay Yoder.
Very nice. That's a good
Alrighty.
So
show.
that'll be a good time.
Cool. All right, let's go get some milk.
Peace.
Bye.